Daring Abroad is brought to you by our friends at Remitly. Download the Remitly app to send money back home.
Hello there and welcome to the show. For some time now, we have been following students who are leaving the country to go abroad in pursuit of further studies, courtesy of the Airlift program, an initiative by Florida-based IT consultant Bob Mwiti in collaboration with the member of County Assembly for Abogeta West Ward, Dennis Kiogora. And today, we focus on yet another student, Winjoy Karendi. We followed Winjoy from Chogoria to the state of Alabama in the U.S. as she begins life in a different place.
Since I was a young girl, I always yearned to go and study abroad.
Also on the show, we will give you a bit of an explainer of how the Airlift program works and an update of the success of the initiative so far. My name is Michael Zimanji. Let's start the show.
It is the D-Day for 25-year-old Winjoy Karendi Marangu. After months of prepping, the day has finally arrived for this daughter of Tharaka Nithi County to soar above the clouds, literally. Yes, Karendi is about to board a plane for Alabama, USA. Karendi's journey to the land of opportunity begins here in Chogoria, where she was born and raised. Friends and family have gathered for a bittersweet farewell.
Well, there is a pinch of being scared, but then when I look back to where I've come from, I cannot give up this goal. Sometimes you have to consider opportunity cost. So this is an opportunity cost for me. I would rather go abroad and explore new lands than just stay here, just comfortable.
This is a moment of pride for the family. Karendi will be the first in her family to dare abroad.
Ningemwambia pali unaenda kusoma sasa, ufike pali ile mbao nilisoma nikakuta no school ahead. Ukiona hiyo mbao unaweza ajia masomo hapo.
I congratulate you for having gone through university and now you are signing that way.
We started school primarily, she had been honest, sincere. Hata walimu walikuwa wakijua, alikuwa akipasua number 1 kutoka form 1 mpaka secondary mpaka kaenda university. Now I bless my daughter, may the Almighty God bless her. She'll only bring the ripe fruits into the family as a whole.
Karendi is set to join the University of Alabama in Huntsville for a Masters of Science degree in Business Analytics.
Since I was a young girl, I always yearned to go and study abroad and thought that these Europeans, they are more superior than me and maybe I can go there and explore. So when I joined school, I was so determined in my studies and I exceedingly excelled in everything that I did. And later on, when I completed my college in 2019 and graduated, I started exploring countries that I would wish to go to. And US was top of the list.
And as luck would have it, Karendi stumbled upon the opportunity she was looking for while surfing the internet.
I met Kenya Airlift program online via Facebook and later on talked with DMK and Bob and learned about the program. Later on I learned that they deal specifically with US and it was like coincidental.
Having learnt of the Kenya Airlift program, a brainchild of Florida-based IT consultant Bob Mwiti and member of County Assembly for Abogeta West Ward, Dennis Kiogora, that helps Kenyan students pursue master's programs in the US, Karendi wasted no time enrolling.
I inboxed one of the program coordinators, that is Bob Mwiti, and he gave me his number. We engaged. Then later on, I went to meet Honorable DMK at his place, that is in Kobo Town. We met and talked, and I was convinced. And in January, I was able to raise the amount that is supposed to be raised and join the program. So under the program, we have tutors from the same program that teach students how to tackle GMAT questions, because GMAT questions are basically about critical reasoning and all that. So they are able to guide students into tackling such questions. GMAT is an exam that tests your quantitative and verbal ability to be able to tackle business questions and challenges in the world.
That is the path that led her here.
Tunasema ni asanti Baba kwa kutufanya hii siku ya sherehe ya Karendi. Tangu utoto wake Mungu ulikuwa unamjua na mpaka saa yuko na yeye.
After a small Thanksgiving session, Karendi with her caravan of close friends and family hit the road, headed for the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. But before they could leave the county, they made quick stops at Karendi's former schools as a way of paying homage and giving back to the places that shaped her. First stop, Gitare Primary School, where Karendi did her nursery to class 6. Next is Chogoria Complex Primary School, where she completed her primary education with a score of 377 marks in her Kenya Certificate of Primary Education.
So you study very hard, listen to your teachers, don't be indisciplined, just listen to what the teachers tell you.
The final stop is Chogoria Girls High School, where she achieved a score of A plain in her Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education.
When I go to the US, I represent Chogoria Girls with me, Zion with me, you see? Yes. I'm a representation of all of you, right? Yes. Yeah.
Quite an emotional roller coaster for the alumna. With that out of the way, sights are set for JKIA. On arriving at the airport, Karendi links up with another beneficiary, Wilfred Mwiti, who we've featured before. And as the hour for departure approaches, the family shares their surprise. A final meal together before boarding the plane.
We are quite excited about Winjoy going to the US. Na ni kitu ambayo tulikuwa tunatamani sana, because our father always used to tell us that he would like one of us, if not all of us, to go to the United States. Also our grandmom and our grandfather on the side of our mother, who was very instrumental in our education. So we are quite excited. So ni kitu ambayo imetupea raha sana, sababu tunajua zile opportunities atapata kule, those opportunities will be open to us, especially now, because everybody will be looking at her as a mentor. So kwa tunatamani kila wakati watoto wetu na watoto wengine wa kijiji watakuwa natamani kufuata nyayo zake.
This dream is also shared by one of the program's founders, Dennis Kyogora, MCA Abogeta West Ward.
We expect that she goes there, succeeds in life, and then, uplift herself, our family, and gives back to the country, and probably even come back to invest in Kenya after she has made out later. We also expect that once the country establishes the Konza Techno City that is being established somewhere in Konza, she and others, a group of technocrats, will be coming to run such a facility to help this country move forward.
With a final wave goodbye, Karendi bids her friends and family farewell. After an 18-hour transit that included an 8-hour flight to Amsterdam, 9.5-hour flight to Atlanta with a 2-hour layover and a 39-minute flight to Huntsville, Karendi finally arrives at the University of Alabama, ready to take the world by storm. And it is the hope of this daughter of Chogoria, who has an undergraduate degree in quantity surveying from the University of Nairobi, that this opportunity will give her a competitive edge in the job market.
As you all know, technology is taking up industries, is taking up the marketplace everywhere. So having business analytical knowledge, I'm able to come to the real world and solve challenges. You know, Kenya is a developing country, and to reach to the state where United States and other developed countries are, we need minds that go out there, study, take the knowledge there and bring it here in the country. Yeah, and I'm one of them. I believe I'm one of them.
We at Chams Media wish Karendi all the best as she begins life in the United States. Time now for a break, but when we return,
The first students are graduating May this year, 2022.
we will tell you how exactly the Airlift program works, as well as an update of their success.
You're watching Success with Bob Mwiti Show, presented to you by Upstack America. Upstack America is a consulting company that helps immigrants find amazing higher education and job opportunities in the tech industry in the United States. You can find our programs by going to www.upstackamerica.com. Upstack America, we wake you up to the unlimited potential within you.
Since 2018, the Kenya Airlift program has been assisting Kenyan students there abroad. Through it, young men and women have received a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to pursue further studies at various universities across the United States. Founded by Florida-based IT consultant Bob Mwiti in collaboration with the Member of County Assembly Abogeta West Ward, Dennis Kyogora, the program seeks to remedy the challenges faced by students traveling overseas.
I started the program based on my own experiences, the challenges that I faced coming to the US as a student. I came to the US in 2009 and, I struggled a lot. Basically, I struggled with visas. I was denied visa 4 times before I got here in the US. Also, when I got here, I had to extend school by 1 semester because I couldn't really find a job. Having come to the US as an international student, having seen the opportunities that are here, and having been back home and seen how a lot of smart people struggle to come to the US, I was like, I think there's something here, yeah? I can be able to find a way of helping them come to the US. And then at the same time, I can also help them, find the opportunities that are here in the US, because for you to really, be able to take the opportunities that are here, you need someone who can hold your hand, yeah? And that's really how I ended up thinking about helping Kenyan youth, and that's actually how the Kenya Airlift program was born.
With this in mind, Bob began implementing his vision. His resolve was only strengthened by his partnership with his co-founder, Dennis Kyogora.
And we came together. Luckily also at that time I was coming to Kenya and we met, and from there on, that's how the Kenya Airlift program was born. I came with my ideas that I already had. He came with his. He came with ideas of forming the circle, and that's really how he came up with the Kenya Airlift program.
Through their partnership, the Kenya Airlift Circle was born. This is the vehicle that is used by students to access funding and admittance into US universities.
To qualify, you need to have at least a B in KCSE and a B in maths. But if you have a B+, the maths grade doesn't matter. If you have a B+ and above, the maths grade doesn't matter. Then you join the program, and you must have completed your undergraduate degree and gotten a second upper or a first class, and even a second lower that is strong, provided when you calculate your GPA, it will come to 3.0 and above, then you can join the program. Most of the time, like 70% of students who go to the embassy seeking visas using bank statements, they end up getting rejected. But at least through the Kenya Airlift program, our visa acceptance rate is at 92%. We take you through a 3-month training course in GMAT. We train nowadays, we train them, then you do your exam. After you pass your exam and get the required mark, we apply universities for you in the US. Now, when we get admission, we apply to at least 3 universities, and then the one that responds first, we go with it. We also involve the students in selecting the courses that they want to do. We take them to do STEM courses in various universities. Then we teach them IT on the side.
We have some amazing training programs on robotics, process automation as a business analyst and also as a developer for those who have some tech background. If you don't have any tech background, you can take the business analyst route because that doesn't require you to know any coding or doesn't require you to have any tech background. And also we do have data science training programs, and this is on artificial intelligence and machine learning. Don't just take anybody, because at the end of the day, what we are trying to do is we are trying to build a community of brilliant Kenyans here in the US who can do some amazing things back in the US and back in your country, okay? Because also, see, you know, this Kenya Airlift program, it's not just a matter of just bringing people here, man. I mean, we really also want these guys who are coming here to get the skills and then take these skills back to our country and build our country, because we need these skills, yeah?
In the 4 years they've been in operation, the program has witnessed great success.
The first students are graduating May this year, 2022. Kina Elsie, you remember you did Elsie's story? Elsie, Wilfred is graduating in May. Elsie is graduating in May. So the students who went earlier are all graduating in May 2022. So in June, that's when we are going to get them into jobs.
It's not just a matter of just bringing students to the US and getting them funded. We also want to show that we can actually be able to support these students to actually be able to settle here if they want to, you know, and get jobs.
I'm doing my Master's of Science in Business Analytics. This is my final semester. I'm completing my semester in May. The graduation is 2nd of May, so by the end of April, I'll be done with my coursework. I can say my journey here at school has been worthwhile. I've been able to interact with people from different cultures. I'll be able to taste the education system of the US, and I can tell you, this is the best place someone can do his or a master's studies.
Another achievement is the partnerships the program has been able to make in the time they've been in existence.
We have a very, very good lending partner called Empower Financing. And these are our official lending partners in the program. They offer our student loans to the tune of up to $100,000. $50,000 for first 1 year, and then a further $50,000 for the following year. So a total of $100,000. We do also have partners in terms of the schools where we want to send our students to go and study.
These include institutions like the University of Alabama in Huntsville, among others.
We are trying to create, you know, communities around those schools. Yeah, we don't just want to send students everywhere across the world to be all over scattered.
But these partnerships are not just a reserve of US institutions.
We are trying to reach out to local universities, that is Kenyan universities, to support the program in terms of giving us access to their students.
As the University of Nairobi, we do have a partnership with the Kenya Airlift program to enable high bright students to go and pursue higher education in the United States of America. And one of the things we have chosen is the IT-led courses, whereby our students will go and tap from the best of the American tech industries. We know the Amazon, the Googles, and all that. And the Americans in American universities are partnering with the tech industry, and we want our students to partner with those industries, acquire skills, and bring them back to Kenya so that we can transform our economy.
This great success has also resulted in tremendous growth.
2018, we only enrolled 3 students, just three. 2019, we had 12 students, 12. So a total of 2018 and 2019, it was a total of about 15 students. Then 2020, we had about 60 students who enrolled into the program. 2021, last year, we had over total, from the beginning to end of last year, we had over 400 students enrolled into the program.
Currently, enrollment stands at about 600 students, an impressive feat, but for the founders, this is just the beginning.
This August, we expect to send over 100 students to the US. In fact, actually the cohort for August, you've already had 3 students who have visas this last month and this month. But in terms of those that will be here in the US, this program gonna grow tremendously, and I think we could be having maybe even 10,000 students in the next 5 years in the US. If you want the Airlift Circle to be the vehicle for investment for anybody, for those who are coming through the Kenya Lift program and they have good jobs here in the US, they can be able to invest back home, and the Airlift Circle will be able to do that for them.
And with their track record, the sky is definitely the limit for this amazing program.
What a noble cause by 2 patriotic Kenyans. And that brings us to the end of the show today. For all of you watching, we say thank you so much and see you next time.
You've been watching Success with Bob Mwiti Show, brought to you by Upstack America. Come back next time to hear more steps and missteps that I took on the path to becoming a successful immigrant in USA. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn.